Peace. I wonder if that's a word that you would use to describe your year, this time that we live in. Probably not. I mean, this has been a pretty crazy year, right? It's been a year when things have changed, when all the stuff that we've relied on suddenly sometimes seems unreliable, when things seem to have just been pulled out from underneath us. A time when there's lots of anxiety and fear, which is the opposite of peace. We look at our world around us and globally there's nations fighting against nations and across our society throughout the world. People who disagree with each other are seemingly at war, either in words or in just sort of the way that they cancel each other out and all these sorts of things. And the opposite of peace would be how we would describe our world and our experience of the world. Peace is something that is offered to us through the life and ministry of this guy, Jesus. Jesus came to offer a peace that is beyond the external circumstances. It's a peace that says, you know what? You are made by God, and God is going to do everything that's possible to keep a good relationship with you. He's going to take the full responsibility. And that's why Jesus came, taking the full responsibility to get rid of the stuff that gets in our way. Of course, we have to be a part of it. But the peace that's offered to us is a peace that says you are able to have a good relationship with your Creator despite the things that you have done, despite the failings that you may have had, and despite the external circumstances around you. There can be a peace within you. Not a peace that you need to find within yourself, that is your responsibility, but a peace that comes from God within you. I wonder if you've ever experienced this peace in your life. I know I have. Maybe not to the same extent that some people have, because I've seen other people experience this peace in ways that blow my mind. Times when people should be incredibly anxious and afraid, and yet they have a peace within them. A peace that they would say doesn't come from their own strength, even their own faith, but comes from God. When I have seen this, I've thought to myself, I would love to experience that peace. And there have been times that I have. There have been times that I've found myself in situations, and I do feel that anxiety sometimes, and even a bit of fear. And yet there is a strength, a peace that comes to me, which is unexplainable, doesn't make sense. And I know it comes from God. That peace is available to each and every one of us. There is a peace of knowing that God's love for us is so great that no matter what happens, it won't stop. There is a peace of knowing that our Creator loves the creation so much that God would do whatever it takes for us to be able to be at peace with each other, to be reconciled to each other, us to God. And a peace that comes from knowing that it's not all on us. We don't have to be the ones to make our lives right and to make our lives right with God, but instead God has done it for us through His Son Jesus. It is not a surprise that the opening scenes of the very first Christmas is God through His angels saying, "Don't fear." Is Jesus coming to bring peace? Is the angels saying to the shepherds, "Peace to all people on earth"? There is a peace that you and I are offered that is beyond our understanding. It is a peace that comes from God. May you experience that peace today.